I can't believe I'm saying this, but I just wanted to try pull up. I actually was able to get one in. It was easier than I thought it would be, and it's probably because of the sled work. Pull-ups, we've never seen that easy. Fuck on the right side of my left, but that's amazing. I love that. Well done, look. So far, high five. Well done, look. I'll try and get two in a row. Let's see. Is that surprising? What? Wow. Hold on me. However, I do have to be careful with feeling happy to a level which I'm not controlling and let that happiness go wild. I do have to be careful. Right. I'm gonna go to the toilet, fill up my drink, think about what I've just gone and done. I really like that pull-up stuff. I didn't think I didn't know if I'd be able to do it. Just gave it a go and then it happened. But yeah, I'm gonna allow myself to have a drink and then I'll get on with reviewing what's just my perception of what's just gonna happen. Objectively and subjectively. Yeah, try and get as much information as I can. Give this review a run for its money, or so they say. I really liked how the session went. I thought I did amazingly well. I feel really calm at the moment. I was just doing some deep breathing in and out, and I was just curious as to what somebody else was doing with their lifts, so I just stayed for a bit longer. And yeah, man, I haven't stretched off much, but the amount of effort that I put in to this workout is just a sign or a representation of what could be if I let it. The amount of pleasure or sense of achievement that I've found in even being able to do pull-ups is amazing. Body weight pull-ups, for me, just doing two as easily as I seem to is odd, unheard of. I'd find it so difficult once upon a time, a year ago or less than a year ago, last year, to do body weight pull-ups. I find it difficult to even lift myself up, but because I did rows and I was lifting body weight, I see the connection, yeah. Because I was doing body weight on the sled, partially using my back, it makes sense that I'm able to lift my body weight in a different move, like the pull-up, because I'd already lifted more than my body weight, so it makes sense I could do slightly less than that, objectively speaking. And by that, to get more precise as to what I mean, I was lifting at least 75 kg worth of weight on the sled, and I was just pulling up 70 kg on the bar. I really like the bar, actually, and I have no problem with using it again. I didn't want to use the bars that I was looking at in the center because people were doing their reps and I didn't want to get in the way. I thought it could have been a health and safety hazard, so I decided to just do the bars where I recorded myself doing them, and I really liked how it went. And this is a sign of what could be. I want to go to the drawing board. I want to actually get on, like, have a whiteboard and just write down what I thought what I really liked and things like that. Yeah, I could go out of my way to improve how things went, subjectively speaking. In terms of form as well, yeah, for example, I could say, yeah, I could improve my form. Yeah, I could go out of my way to think of gradually increasing the weight or just systems as to how I go about progressing more than I did today. But I like what I've done today. I feel satisfied. I feel okay. I might be contradicting myself by saying I was just curious to see what somebody else is doing due to sexual arousal, honestly. But yeah, to answer that question, nothing typical, just glute bridges. I was sitting with it, facing those thoughts, and I think having them's okay. But I definitely have no intentions of harassing a person. So acting on them is definitely not. And in a sense, due to staying here because of that feeling and acting on it is acting on that thought, but not to harass or anything like that. It's actually helped. I found that I put myself in a position where I face such thoughts, and in reality, that individual and such individuals are just that, people, and that's it. I'd go through a habit, I'd be taking myself through a habit process of the thought, then the craving, as some people might call it, then the response, the thought of X, Y, Z, then the craving or so and so, things like that. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think I am more mentally sane facing it, not trying to fight it. I feel in more control of myself mentally. Don't have to just talk to someone because of sexual arousal. I think I don't like how ulterior I view that. If I want to talk to a person, why not do it simply out of genuine interest over what they've got going on, rather than just because of sexual arousal. But sex drive's okay. I'm definitely not going to go out of my way to fight it, but instead just control myself, which I've done by facing these thoughts and just sitting here acting on it, the thought. But yeah, I'm not going to go any further, because as far as I'm concerned, that's harassment and potentially a criminal offence. I'm not doing that. Yeah, well done me for facing that thought. Cheers to Progressive, really, that's it. I've found that caring about how clean the equipment is helped with how much I enjoy the session. It's not so intense. The session wasn't so intense, but I gave myself buffers to relax, things like that. That was nice. I enjoyed that, and I definitely plan to keep that up. Just to take things a bit slower, not be so hasty to start, not be like the main part of the workout, don't be so hasty to leave, just like how I haven't this time round. I've enjoyed it way more than just focusing on numbers. There's way more to it, and because I'm going out my way to focus on quality rather than quantity, qualitative stats rather than quantitative stats, my perception of how these sessions go is just, even with this one time, it's just skyrocketed compared to just focusing on numbers in the past. I can gradually increase while still maintaining form. It's more healthy that way, doing my exercises that way, because I'd be pursuing injury prevention by caring about my form more than just pursuing a number, which I almost basically instantly realized, even though I might not have worded it in the way that I have, when I got on with using the sled after cleaning it. I cleaned the other one as well, just for my own pleasure. Yeah, now what I use around me, at least for now, is cleaner. It looks nicer, and I can trust that. It's not dirty, it's not just getting rid of a minor inconvenience. I don't want to have dirty hands when I'm exercising. Why not be clean? But yeah, anyway, I experienced peace of mind doing that, perhaps. But yeah, cheers for growing. I like where things are heading. Just keep on going down this route. Can definitely change up the mode, the intensity whenever I want. Go back to the drawing board, write up what I think and just take it from there. But yeah, for now, I'll leave it at that. I can review the video later, but yeah, I feel happy with what I've done. Cheers to what I've done, and cheers to really hammering on with going out my way to enjoy what I do rather than just to do it, be hasty, just do it and go. Yeah, no, I actually like it, and I might actually be objectively be doing more and achieving more. I think of it in that way. That's subjective. By going out my way to focus on quality rather than quantity, by not focusing on numbers all that much, I'd actually achieve more. Maybe less pressure, put too much stress on myself by doing that and viewing a certain number like a 100 kg deadlift as peak, like the top of the top, the most you could ever do. I might try it now, but yeah, anyway, I'll leave it at that. Cheers to carrying on. Even if this is the last day I'm alive, at least I've lived it in a way that I like. Yeah, peace. On my way out, I was just using the hex bar, and yeah, I definitely prefer it way more than the just normal barbell, because there's a lot of space for where your legs are, so the barbell doesn't actually get in the way. Yeah, I don't think I'd be using that often. For deadlifts, I'd probably use this way more. Like, I'm not sure what I mean. Very unfortunately, the phone died as I was going out my way to record how to deadlift with the hex bar that I was just showing a few, that just showed a few seconds ago. I think that with deadlifts, that is it. I don't need a barbell or really want a barbell. I don't think anymore, knowing that there's an alternative that's, in my opinion, much more appropriate for, or that cares about my ability to do the move more, because the bar, because of how it's shaped, doesn't get in the way of my legs when I be bending down to do the deadlift, squatting down slightly. Yeah, so I think that I definitely could use that for deadlifts, regardless of the fact that I imagined myself doing deadlifts with a barbell instead. I can do that too if I really want, but it's not necessary. It's not something I need to do. Then again, technically, it's just I don't really need to do anything. But yeah, to pursue 100 kg deadlift, if that's what I really want, I think I would rather do on that bar than the barbell, but I can mix it. I can use both. Yeah, so I am going to maybe write up some notes for how I thought the session went, and then take it from there. Really write up some main notes, some major notes with my thoughts on just how the session went, the highlights, and yeah, allow myself to just feel happy with what I've gone and done today. Well done, me. And perhaps maybe tomorrow I'll focus on deadlifts and then just take it from there, really. On that note, I'm done. I have no more to say other than that I'm feeling really dehydrated at the moment, even though I had water. Recently, I don't. I think maybe I need more water from that amount of effort that I pushed myself. I looked at the timestamps of when I started and when I went out my way to show the deadlift bar that I'd never used. I thought I was using it wrong, so I asked for some help from someone that has personal training qualifications that worked there, and it turns out I was using it right. Yes, as someone who almost has their level 3 personal training qualifications, I wasn't sure of how to use the bar because I'd never used a bar like that before. I don't mind admitting that, not at all. space to learn in that regard, and I learned. I reckon that being able to grip the bars, to use it, would be way smoother with weights on. I think I'm supposed to put weights on first and then grip the bars. So then the main structure of the bar where my legs would be would then turn like that, in preparation for me to do the move. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. I feel happy with what I've done, and cheers to being able to do it again. If I die today and I can't, at least I've lived another day, my final day alive, doing something that I enjoyed. On that note, I'll leave it at that. Well done, me. And cheers to going out my way to focus on quality more than quantity. I'll have the metrics there, here and there, but I know I prefer, especially from this session, I know I definitely prefer quality of the sessions, as I focus more on quality than only hitting a certain number, or with the deadlift, for example, the 100 kg. If I were to do that, then that'd be it. That'd be my perception of the peak of what I could do, when that's just not the case. Instead, I will pursue the aim of growth, and so slowly increasing the weight, just slowly improving, developing on my physical ability. There, in my opinion, is way less of a limit to be able to fulfill that aim, which I can always do, compared to seeing 100 kg, or viewing 100 kg as the top of what I could do, the most I could do, or the goal I'd set myself. Because I then make it seem like, well, what now? What do I do now? Because that was what I wanted to do, but I'm giving myself more space to grow by just going out my way to focus on working on my physical abilities. I loved it, especially with the pull-ups. So yeah, just cheers to growing and developing in that regard. Anyway, I'm off again. As I said, if I don't live another day, at least I've done something that I love to do on my last day alive. Not that I wish death upon myself, but yeah, I'm off. Peace. Well done, me.